Okay. We're good. We're good. Is this like episode 14? Maybe? Maybe? I should know these things. It's just been a blur, guys. It's all been a blur. Yes, this is episode 14. Okay. We got this. We got this. Things are shit. But I'm trying to stay positive. Positivity, guys. Positivity. It's 8:40 on Monday, April 20th, 2020. So it's 4:20, 2020. Guys, it's all good. Starting today, Zen has its own campsite. Yes. Thank you. Yes, I need visitors, so. Aw, I like hearing about what she does, like her sock and her magazines. Thank you. Alright, let's see what we got. Eric. Oh. Modern day kitchen needs modern day. Thank you, Eric. What does Annalisa say? Here's the thing, Liz. Sometimes I feel I like just being alone, but there's such a thing as too much of a good time. Eventually the quiet gets to me and I need some company. That was a hint, by the way, in case you didn't notice. Okay. That's kind of sad. I can't tell what she's implying. Is like, am I visiting her too much? But she says your needy friend, and Lisa. Okay, I visit her like every day. Am I visiting her too much, or does she want me to visit her more? I don't know. Snack machine, public bench, street lamp, and Keki's lament. Okay. Okay. Okay, so before I do stuff, I guess, what's going on right now? So, I think today Texas announced that they're going to start opening stuff up. But the governor seems to, want to do like to go retail and stuff like that, which doesn't sound too bad. I'm just hoping people don't misinterpret the we're opening Texas back up as go out and do whatever the hell you want. I think he's opening state parks, which I don't like. Like, we shouldn't open state parks, I don't think, because it's not. I don't know. I'm conflicted about that one. It's like, I get that state parks need money, but at the same time, they don't need people going to them. It says state parks, not just like parks, state parks. So, I don't know. I guess as long as people are staying away from each other, it's not a big deal. But then you have like, the children's, playground stuff. So, I don't know. I'm a bit conflicted about that one. Are there any more flowers? Is that a red flower? Yes, please. Okay, so you're getting out of there. There we go. Look at that. Oops. Oh, right. I built the frickin' bridge. Don't like that it's unbalanced, though. Anyways, getting distracted. My issue would be that I'm worried people are going to overreact and go outside, and then we're just I just don't want more people to get sick. You know, like everybody's sick right now, and it sucks. But I don't know really what I don't want. I don't know what I want. Honestly, it's like I want things to go back to normal, sort of, but it's not gonna ever go back to the way it was, and I don't want it to go back to exactly the way it was, if that makes sense. Because things weren't okay the way it was, and things are not okay right now. We can't just pretend that it's gonna go away if we just end the quarantine, that things will just go back to normal and everybody will be okay. It's like, no. People have died. People are dying. People are gonna continue to die. And we can't just pretend that that's okay, that we could just let it, you know, be behind us within not even within a year is still like early to me. Like, I think I should cut this tree down. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably cut it down. We don't need it. But at the same time, I'll think about it. That's the thing, is people are so quick to want to forget about it all, and it's not gonna happen. Oops, my bad. But because I was stressing over it for a while, on how people seem to not care about others, and the thing is, I don't think they're acknowledging, like, they're not acknowledging what's actually going on because they're in denial. Maybe that's what it is. And I was getting stressed. For like one thing, the Trump supporters that are out protesting and wanting the quarantine to end, I don't think they understand that they're, like, first of all, they're endangering themselves, right? Like, they're the ones that are going to get sick and die for protesting outside like that. And then I see images of people saying, you know, those people that are protesting, they don't actually want to get back to work. They want you to get back to work so that they can get, you know, their hair done. They can go to the movies, and they can do, you know, entertainment kind of stuff. Because, so this is going to be my part of my cynical side that I usually keep in check lately, is that those people don't have anything better to do with their life. So when they are put in a situation where they're confronted with who they are and how much they lack, like, I guess, things, it infringes on, like, their insecurities. Like, people that are constantly going outside and going to movies and going to sporting events and, you know, basically distracting themselves by doing things. And when you're in quarantine and you don't have those things, it's like these people have to face themselves, and I feel like that's probably getting to them because they're realizing who they are and learning that they're having that their entire life has been defined by what they've been doing, like as a distraction almost. And I'm not saying that. It might sound like, oh, I know who I am and I'm comfortable with who I am. No, it's like, no. Of course I have insecurities myself, but I try to face them more often and understand that I don't need to define myself to be comfortable with who I am, because it's just you're just existing, and that's okay. And I just saw it. It's like a quote by Oscar Wilde. Let me find it real quick. It's a quote by Oscar Wilde. He said, where is it? I should be more organized. It's bad. Okay. It says, I think it's very healthy to spend time alone. You need to know how to be alone and not be defined by another person. And I think that pretty much sums up exactly what's going on with people right now, is that the lack of other people defining you and the lack of being able to identify yourself is stressing people out to the point that they're willing to die. I feel like a lot of it isn't, like, you can say that it's about the economy. Yeah, sure. A lot of people are struggling with the, lack of money. The stimulus checks are late, we can't pay our bills. A lot of people are just dying in general. It's stressful. The world sucks right now. I get that. But it's also, I think, important that we need to face who we are, basically, as people. Like, it's hippie. It sounds really hippie to be like, hey, you should use this time to reflect on yourself and really understand who you are as a person. And yes, that sounds very hippie, but that's literally what I'm probably saying. So I'm not gonna deny that. It's more like, I listen to a lot of Alan Watts on what he says about things, or he used to. I think he's dead. But like, we tend to focus so much on how we define ourselves and like label ourselves as these things to represent and tell the world who we are. And then it's also, so that's the thing, is that we're confronted by two things, basically. How much our life doesn't matter, because like, that's one thing, right? Like, we're all at home not doing jobs, and the world's still kind of functioning because our job didn't matter. First of all, I was a waitress, so my job really didn't matter. It's extra thing. So my job didn't matter. Like, me doing things doesn't actually matter that much. And then when you're at home with nothing to do, you're confronted with, what do I do with my life? Because I literally don't do anything with my life, right? Like, I'll play Animal Crossing like for 4 hours, draw a picture, and then I'm trying to start gardening, and then maybe go back to trying some knitting or something, like things to keep me occupied. But other than that, like, what am I as a human being on this earth? Like, what purpose do I hold other than I'm taking up resources and eating a lot of food? I eat a lot of tacos every day. So much tacos. Then it's like, and as the thing is, like, I'm thinking, it's my theory, is that people are being confronted with all these ideas because they're left to themselves for so long too. Because I can't imagine what it's like for people that are living in like a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment by themselves, like, because they don't have a roommate or they don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend. It's like, I can't imagine because there's probably plenty of people like that. But hopefully those people are, gamers, so they have friends to talk to on Discord like I do, and it's like, I think people are reaching a point where their mental health is being confronted too quickly, because it's something that they should have confronted throughout their lives on their existence, but now they're realizing it all at once within a period of like 3 months of how little value they hold in the world. And I'm not saying, okay, I am saying we don't really matter, okay? I am saying that we don't really matter as people, but that's okay, you know, because you don't owe anything for existing. Let me clarify that, okay? You don't owe the world for existing, because you're part of the world, and that's okay. It's like you don't owe a debt to society because you breathe the air or eat food or use electricity, right? You don't have to do anything to be allowed to exist, right? And you need to remember that, and that it's okay. And I think it's just people are... I almost think it's healthier, I guess. Hopefully not to the point that, you know, hopefully people can handle it, is my point. And face their existence with a healthy amount of, like, in a healthy way, is my point. But yeah. Again, nothing really to update on cancer, but plenty of stuff to talk about on COVID. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I didn't play much Animal Crossing at all because I got very distracted.